Alrighty, I bought some more Temu motocross gear, and I've been waiting to post this video because I actually wanted to use it and see if it was any good. So I got some big surprises for you guys, and I'm pretty impressed. Let's get into it. All right, so first up, I did buy, let's just say what, the majority of people are gonna get. It's a kit, you know what I mean? I got some, what are these? FXR pants. I've used them extensively. As you can see, they're still pretty dirty. And I got an FXR jersey. Again, it's actually pretty filthy. Hasn't, the mud stains are legit. But I'm gonna tell you, I've worn that kit probably 7 times now, and it is holding up fantastically. It obviously doesn't feel, the jersey is probably a little bit heavy. It's not as probably breathable as a legitimate one, but the pants, apart from some of the material down the leg feeling a little bit thin, it's got padding. It's got really good support around the waist. Like, you can tighten it, you can loosen it. Like, it's actually got a lot of good design on it. Actually, I prefer those pants over my legitimate Thor pants. So pretty impressive. And the price, let's bring it up here. We paid, the item's actually discontinued, unfortunately, but I believe we paid about 85 bucks for that entire kit. So you'd be lucky at the MX shop to probably get a jersey for 80 bucks, like legitimately. So that is highly something I can recommend. Yes, it's not as good a quality, but it's damn close. Next up, again, a lot of riders I've been speaking to, they haven't been using this. Like, they don't use this, and it's knee guards. You need a really good set of knee guards. Now, these aren't a proper brace. Some people don't like braces. There's a lot of discrepancy there, but this thing, let me tell you, I'll bring it up on here. Let me see how much I paid. I think these were 60 bucks, and they come with a little carry case. You can get them in different colors. I just got black, but they've got pretty decent padding inside. You can adjust the clips, and it's not a legit brace, but there's solid side knee protection on this, and it really allows you to grip the bike. You know what I mean? This is, if I ride without these, I absolutely hate it. Like, you put these on, you can just squeeze the bike so hard. And obviously protects you too. You fall off, smash your shin, your knee, even the upper part of your leg. You guys should definitely have this. 60 bucks, like, you cannot go wrong with these. Yes, they're not the best quality, I would say you get probably a solid year's use out of these. But you take care of them, maybe it'll be a little bit longer, but that's a cheap way to get a solid set of knee guards. Now, in the last video, I bought some gloves, and I really complained about them because, well, they just don't fit well. So, while I was buying this order, I thought maybe it was just that particular set of gloves. So I bought some more gloves. Now, these are replica air racing gloves. They're a large, and they got some Velcro on the wrist strap there. Look, you put them on, and you can drive with these. Like, you can ride them. I mean, they're great for just having a set of gloves. So if you get, you fall over and you get your other ones dirty, and, you want a fresh pair of gloves, like, these are a good backup. But just the way they fit your hand, I have, it pinches sort of around my knuckles, and then where my fingers are, it's sort of a little bit loose. So maybe I should have got an extra large, but yeah, again, it feels like the other pair I bought, and they're just not great. They're good for, better than nothing, but I think if you're going to buy gloves, get the legitimate pair of gloves at the MX store. It's actually worth the money. We end up paying, what did we pay for these? These came for $16. And honestly, 16 bucks, you probably can get a legitimate pair for not that much more if you don't care about the brand so much. But yeah, they just don't fit nicely. And it's important with gloves. You want to have your hands feeling good when you're riding. Yeah, I don't recommend that. Now, the next one I do recommend again, and it is this chain cleaning brush. So I have to say, these are great. These are really great because I love to absolutely detail my bike. We got the RM 450 behind us, the RMZ 450 here, and I obviously put it in my house, and I detail the crap out of it every ride. So I go for a ride, it gets caked in mud, caked in filth and dirt, and I sit outside for about an hour spraying the thing down, cleaning everything, wiping the whole bike down. And this thing comes in handy because once you've sort of pressure washed the chain a bit off and, this thing just gets in there, spin the wheel a bit, get it all through the chain. And then I like to spray, some cleaner, chain cleaner, even some lubricant and just brush the lubricant on it, man. Like I don't know, it's just satisfying. I really like this. It's just a good little detail scratcher there too. Brilliant little thing and does not cost a lot of money here on Qimue. So $7.29. Absolute bargain. Highly recommend it. I love that chain brush. Now, next up, I went ahead, once I bought the RMZ 450, I thought, maybe I should get one of these things. I don't know what you call these things. Like, you're supposed to ratchet the bike down so that it, sits on it so you don't hurt your fork seals as much. I'm in two minds about this. I'm in two minds about it because, look, it's not that it's bad, and it might just be this particular design because we only paid, what was the price for this thing? $11.34. So it's, it's nothing. You can buy, I would just buy one to experiment, see if it works on your bike. Because what I've found with this is on my RMZ 450, it has if you guys know RMZ 450s, especially the newer ones, this is 2019, they have stiff suspension. And this bike, this is useless because by the time I've got this touching the underside of the fender, it's already not going anywhere because it's ratcheted down. Like it's tight. I'm gonna have this revalved to make it a little bit softer, and maybe when I do that, this will come in handy. On my YZ250, this actually works pretty well because right around when you're pressing this on, it feels pretty solid and as where it should be. And it's pretty easy to get it to lock on. There are a few different ones you can buy that I think twist and adjust, which that's probably a better option, but for 11 bucks, try it on your bike and just see, because yeah, it works well on my YZ. And of course, while I was on Qimue, I had to have a look at an air filter. So a backup air filter. This one is for my Suzuki. And, some people will be saying you shouldn't trust a Qimue product for your air filter because obviously if something goes wrong, it's a critical component to your engine. But having a look at it, I haven't actually used this particular one, but comparing it to the one that's in it, it doesn't look that different, to be honest. You do want to have a really good inspection of this before you put it in your bike, though, because I would not be surprised if a few of them come defected. But, this one, the stitching seems to be all seamed in pretty well. There's no holes. And, yeah, the rubber grommet in the middle seems to be sealed in nicely. It's a usable filter, guys. Like, this is a usable filter. And what did we pay for that? Let's have a look. That particular one is not available anymore, but I think it was around $11. The next one up here says, 11 or 12 bucks. With some of these, you just experiment. That's what Qimue, I think, is about. It's experimenting. That's my 2 cents. Now, Something that I've actually really enjoyed so much, I've bought a second one, is this little 46 piece socket wrench set off Chimu. And look, it's not going to wow any mechanics, but again, it was a $19 set. You know, go to your local hardware store, your Super Cheap Auto or Repco, and try and find a set for 19 bucks. Good luck buying one socket for 19 bucks. You know what I mean? Like, so it is not the best quality, I'm going to say. You know, the ratchet feels so-so. A few little things that were in here have broke, but in terms of the selection of sockets for minor bike maintenance, like I put this in my bag when I go riding so that, you know, if I have something minuscule happen, I've got basically the minor essentials here. Anything bigger that is a common problem, I throw in the bag also, but just for a handy little tool set that will get you out of a bad situation, 19 bucks, chuck it in the car, forget about it. Chuck it in the ute, forget about it. Like, put it in your house, forget about it. I think this is a pretty critical set, and I've actually used it for quite a lot. You know, I've done all the bike services with this little set, and no dramas. Now, the next thing I bought is actually on the RMZ right now because it's the bar pad. I've got a Pro Taper one now over the fat bars here. And this thing cost me $7. And honestly, look, I only replaced the original Renthal one because it was all faded out. It looked like it had been smashed a lot as well. It just didn't feel good. And I reckon with the yellow, this just sort of matched and looked better. And, you know, it's soft. You know, I figured that would save you. It's got instead of being foam, it's sort of like it's like a rubber. It's like a soft kind of rubber, but it is actually quite squishy. Yeah, a little bit firm, but on a big impact, it's definitely going to help you out. And for $7, I just thought, yeah, I'm going to chuck that on there. It looks nice. Fades or gets ugly looking. Fuck, get another one. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Now, lastly, I got something that every bike owner essentially should have on their bike. Like, take it from me, from a past experience. This was probably the best buy I did off Chimu. And unfortunately, just looking at the ad now, it's no longer available. But there will be other ones that you can purchase, trust me. And I think I must have paid all up about, I don't know, 10 or 11 bucks for it. And it was an iTag holder. So it wasn't the actual iTag. I'd already had a couple left. And this was a silicone little holder. It was almost like a little wristwatch. Not quite big enough to be a watch, but it could wrap around something and you could secure it with a screw. And essentially, I've just hidden it in the old RMZ 450. So any bike snatchers out there, I will find you. I've done it with all my bikes. And everybody should be doing this. So the fact that this one was like a silicone cover, you could secure it pretty easily to anywhere on the bike, and waterproof, you know, dirt proof because it was wrapped in silicone. You guys really strongly urge you guys to get an AirTag or some sort of tracker and put it on your bike, because I've had bikes go missing before, and it's not a fun feeling when the bike's all of a sudden not where you left it, and you're pretty much out of luck. When you have a tag on, at least you have a chance of quickly jumping on your phone and seeing where it was last pinged, because it's going to give you at least some sort of a clue of where it is. And if they haven't found it, well, you're going to know exactly where they are. So definitely highly recommend you guys get an AirTag and put it on your bike. Every bike should have it. And yeah, you don't even know it's on the bike, guys. You don't hear any rattling. You wouldn't even know it's there. So yeah, it's just a little silicone cover. I'm not going to show you on my bike for obvious reasons, but it's hidden in there somewhere pretty well. And yeah. The old RMZ 450, guys. But what do you guys think of the Chimu purchases this video? I honestly think the knee pads, getting a kit, like pants, shirt, you can't go wrong. They are great. I really love those knee pads. I really love that the jersey and pants. I think the chain brush, again, just a lot of the little things, the little knickknacks, you can't go wrong. You're spending 10, 15, 20 bucks, like, and these things are actually pretty awesome. Yeah, Chimu, it's a weird one. A lot of crap is on there, but you do find some hidden gems, as we found within it. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button. Consider subscribing, and we'll see you next video out on the track, probably with this beast. Take care, guys.